Hi, this is Helen Faith Drummond coming to you from a tree walk. One of my favorite places to be, down by the river with all the beautiful trees, and you can hear the wind in the background going through all the leaves. I wanted to encourage you to get out into nature. So the reason for this is it's always good to get out into nature, right? We are nature bodies. We are comprised of earth, right? The elements, borrowed food, life spark, but our bodies essentially are on loan from the planet. So at a time like this, when there's so many things happening, to get out into nature and to reestablish your connection there, it's going to help you a lot. There's a sanity in nature, there's a workability in nature, and nature has ways of changing and adjusting for the species, right? Life is very robust, and while there are so many systems and things crumbling in this time of change, which is foretold, and all of you must have heard me by now speaking about Regulus and Virgo and that major shift that was initiated in August of last year. But right now, with coming up with all of the eclipses, we've got a new moon solstice eclipse, which doesn't happen very often, in a couple of days. And all these things are great endings and great beginnings. So one of the best ways to get through any kind of transition on a spiritual level is to connect with nature, right? And I say spiritual because that's what people call it, but all of life is essentially spiritual if you look at it from a certain point of view. So when I say connect with nature, I'm not saying necessarily to remove yourself, although it is good to take a break from now and again from our own lives and get some perspective. What I'm saying is to connect with nature in yourself as well. Connect with the part of you which is part and parcel of the earth and the whole universe, and also connect with your own life so you can apply the sort of rules and regulations, if you will, of nature. Things like gravity and the power of water, both to clear away or to break down or to nurture life. You can look at the sun, right? You can put the focus of the sun and more light on certain things in your life to have them grow, but you don't want to have so much that you burn it out or dry it out. So this sense of balance you can get from nature, there's just a lot. And you all know that I have this crystal kin technique and all kinds of other things, connecting with the first ancestor and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because you may be on a spiritual path, right? Most of us are. We're on a spiritual path and we're following all the rules and regulations of the path, and yet sometimes it just doesn't seem to work out for us. Part of that is because we need to focus on the underpinnings, right? We need to look at the complete picture with a true mirror, not just the parts that we want to see, not just the parts that we think are quote unquote spiritual, right? That would be a mistake. So yes, we get inspiration from various traditions and people, and you know, myself, I have gained a tremendous amount of inspiration and instruction from all my teachers and all of the great traditions. You know, I'm a bit of a scholar, or at least a student of all those things. And yet, it's important to not leave out yourself. What do I mean by that? So, one of the things that I help people to do, some of you may know this, is I'm really a specialist at helping people bring things onto the path, is what they call it. So instead of taking something that you don't like about yourself and relegating it to a dark basement somewhere and then having to deal with it later, right? If you put a puppy in the basement, pardon the analogy, but if you put a puppy in the basement because it's unruly, that's great, right? If you leave it down there too long, it turns into a wolf, and then when you open the door, or even if you don't, that thing can come out and bite you, right? Or at least it can seem to. So it's just really important to take your whole self into consideration. And so if you want to get some help in that area, please look me up. That's exactly what I'm here for. I'm a little bit of a kind of a spiritual pioneer, and I'm a mirror. I can do oracle for you. I can see, I can help you look into things a little bit. And really the main thing is to empower you by by dint of instruction and cajoling and inspiring. I can really contribute to your overall life enjoyment. So be in touch if that's something of interest to you. Come and learn some of the secrets about yourself. All right, my loves. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.